The Knicks ended up trading away a lot of their Westchester guys, which is why they signed two new players to their G League team, which I'll get into in a little bit in a couple of minutes. Right now, we're primarily focusing on the New York Knicks because I'm named Knicks Daily. And TJ Warren ended up signing an Exhibit 10 deal. If you guys don't know what that means, it's basically, to paraphrase it, it's a non-guaranteed deal where the Knicks, they don't have to pay TJ Warren money towards their active salary right now, right? So obviously they're paying him, but it doesn't go towards that. If he does end up making the roster, well, that's going to convert into a standard minimum deal, which would be $3.3 million. The Knicks are basically looking at this like, hey, look, we've got open roster spots. Why not bring in guys with upside that have played in the playoffs, have started some games even, that shoot the ball well historically? And TJ Warren back in 2020 was honestly one of the better players in the league. He averaged 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, over a steal a game, shot 54% from the field and 40.3% from the three-point range in 67 games. Now, the Knicks don't expect to get that TJ Warren, but they just want somebody at the back end of their bench that, if called upon, whether that be due to injuries or just to try to get some offense, to get a guy going, get somebody hot, right, making some shots. Well, TJ Warren's certainly that. Because I'm not the biggest fan of the back end of our roster. Yes, for the future I am, but like Bacome Dadier, I'm looking at Tyler Kolek, Jericho Sims. All three of those players I do think can contribute, right? But not like TJ Warren, because he's a veteran. He's somebody who's played in big moments at the NBA level. And he's also someone who, he just can score the basketball. He can shoot the ball. He's played in 385 games. Veteran experience is huge. Yes, there was a point in time before we had Jalen Brunson where I used to talk about development, right? Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, remember those days. But to this point, the Knicks being young just does not matter. I'd rather have TJ Warren. I know Marcus Morris got released, but just players like that I would rather have over some of the younger guys, rookies on our team. Even someone like Jericho Sims, right? If I'm being honest with you guys, and this is just a wild example, but like Dwight Howard, for example, I'd rather have somebody like that than Jericho Sims. And yeah, I like our homegrown players, trust me, but we're trying to win a championship and we need the best players possible to be able to do that. And I think TJ Warren certainly can help us get to that point, guys. Yes, he's at the back end of the bench, but remember, Indiana, 12 to 13 guys they deployed against us. They were fresh coming to playoff time. And if we're being real, the most difficult series for Boston in the playoffs was actually Indiana. And that's just because they have so many guys to throw at you and make it tough, and they're always well rested. And for the Knicks, the key to them is going to be being well rested, because we know Coach Tibbs loves to run his guys to the ground. That's his biggest weakness. I don't think he has one outside of that. Tibbs is an amazing coach. I thought, honestly, he probably should have been coach of the year. He led the Knicks all the way up to the 2 seed despite all the injuries. I mean, it was an amazing year, guys. But Josh Hart was playing a lot of minutes. OG ended up getting injured because he was being overworked. Julius Randle certainly got hurt, and then we saw Boyan get injured, Mitchell Robinson get injured. I'm not saying they were all on Tibbs, but just, again, having fresh legs or just having the next man up if an injury is going to be huge. In terms of other moves the Knicks made, and this is towards their G League, well, Alex O'Connell and Damian Bow ended up being signed to Exhibit 10 contracts. So Bow, of course, spent time with the Lakers in their system after going undrafted out of Memphis and TCU. In addition to a brief preseason appearance with the big club, he averaged 14 points and 5 rebounds and 24 showings for the Lakers G League affiliate in South Bay, and later joined the Knicks for their most recent Summer League affairs in Las Vegas. In 5 games, including 3 starts, Bow scored 45 points and paired 10 rebounds with 9 steals. So he was pretty good. I barely remember the Knicks Summer League, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's the summer, and we're coming off a Cat trade, a Mikal Bridges trade. It just seems like ages ago, an eternity ago. But Bow, I mean, in our G League team, considering the numbers he put up in the Summer League, I mean, why not, right? He's a guy that down the line could honestly play a role for the Knicks. Not this year, not next year, but for the future. I do think he could contribute. And then in terms of O'Connell, another undrafted player, he put up 43 points and 9 rebounds and 4 showings for the Sacramento Kings Summer League teams. With the Towns trade complete, the Knicks are replenishing the back end of their roster as well as shoring up their Westchester depth after giving away several contracts to Charlotte so as to financially stabilize the deal. So we ended up giving away Charlie Brown Jr., which by the way is just an awesome name. Daquan Jeffries, Dwayne Washington Jr., as well as Keita Bates-Diop, who originally came from Brooklyn in the Mikal Bridges trade. So my thing overall with the Knicks, and I did say this earlier, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but just having as much depth as possible is going to go a long way. In terms of who I trust right now to play in a playoff series, Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, Towns, McBride, Achua, Mitch, that's 8. Campaign's 9. Landry Shamit's 10. That's it. I can't say I trust Tyler Kolek right now. I just need to see more of him because the Summer League is the Summer League, right? NBA is a whole different ball game. Kolek is going to be limited athletically and defensively. Yes, he had a game-winning layup, looked explosive getting to the basket in that Summer League game. But again, it's the Summer League. So I think Kolek, honestly, if let's say Brunson were to get injured, yeah, Kolek could come off of our bench and help us make up for some of the playmaking. But like a fully healthy Knicks team, I mean, I don't see much, Tyler Kolek next season. And I did change my mind. Originally, I was like, Tyler Kolek is such a good playmaker. We've got to get him out there. But then I'm like, well, we've got Campaign and Landry Shamet. I don't really expect much Tyler Kolek. But Combe Dadier, way too raw. Jericho Sims, he has been in the gym this offseason. He's been working on his craft. I do see a world where Jericho Sims actually does contribute, but do I trust him in a big moment? No, I really don't, because even 5 to 10 minutes of a game can swing in the other team's favor with just bad minutes from someone off your bench. We've seen that time and time again. So, and then outside of that, I mean, we didn't get to see Kevin McClure Jr. because he was injured in the Summer League. Ariel Cordy is so raw, last pick of the second round. That's really it. So 10 guys I trust. Do I trust TJ Warren? If he's healthy, yeah. If he's healthy, it's a big if though. The guy missed 2 seasons, like 21, 22. I mean, he was just completely out. So that's the thing for me, guys, is I would love to add in some more veterans. Obviously, I'm not telling the Knicks how to do their job because they don't need my help. They've built, in my opinion, the best roster on paper in the league. Now they just need to go out and execute. But veteran players are going to go a long way. We do not want to get into a situation again where we have guys being injured because we can't rely on our bench. And in Tibbs' defense, the Knicks, yeah, they were a lot worse with their bench versus their starters. That's pretty much every team. You need to be able to address that. And trading for Cat actually weakened our bench because now we lost Devo. So, because Randall was going to be starting and we had DiVincenzo off our bench. So, obviously, yes, I'd love the trade, as I've said time and time again. But we need to be a little bit more complete. And it's a start going out and getting TJ Warren. But we also had Marcus Morris and let him go. So I don't know what the Knicks are doing. We'll see. But peace. How happy are you guys that Knicks basketball is officially back? Training camp is underway. We play on Sunday in the preseason against the Charlotte Hornets. Of course, October 22nd, we're on the road in TD Garden against the Boston Celtics. That's going to be the ring ceremony. I mean, what better opportunity than to spoil that and to beat them? It's going to be an awesome game.